But I'm very excited tonight because I've written a new novel. And it's very sort of jet set, lots of mystery and intrigue. It's very sophisticated, very intellectual. And it's called She Shat Herself. OK. Pauline Calf, she shat herself. Polly Metcalf sat back in her virgin upper-class reclining chair. She loosened her Valentino scarf, removed her Gucci sunglasses and put them in her Louis Vuitton handbag, which went really well with her Versace jacket. But beneath her sophistication, Polly was a one-woman killing machine. MI5 knew she could move with deadly force after they saw her deck a scouser outside Yates's wine lodge. A stewardess approached. "A champagne, madam?" "Oh, what type is it?" she inquired. "It's Sainsbury's own brand," she said. "I'm not drinking that piss," said Polly. She'd been through too much in her life to compromise. "I want some fucking Krug. Or that stuff black rappers drink." As she reclined in her seat, she allowed herself a quiet smile. Upper class, virgin, and she was neither. Polly was approached by a fat gay air steward from that reality programme on ITV2. His fame was gone, but he was still just as fat, jolly, and gay as a wand. "Hello, Polly," he said. "Would you like to chew on some warm nuts?" And they both laughed for ages and ages. But as the laughter died, a tear rolled down her cheek. The sense of humour she shared with loud homosexuals would never heal the wound she felt inside, because she was a widow. Her late husband had been the most caring man in the world, a bit like Bono. But even more caring, and he only wore sunglasses when it was sunny. Only 2 years ago, her husband had been busy swatting flies off a little African baby. He was just about to dig a well when he was shot in the back by a bunch of Arabs working for Al-Qaeda. She would track them down and even the score, but she knew that revenge, like war's Viennetta, was a dish best served cold. After the job was done, she'd leave the glamour behind. She'd devote her life to working with spastics or mental people. Or something like that. She'd had her identity changed. A course of Botox injections had left her looking 10 years younger, and now her forehead was tighter than a snake's arse in a sandstorm. But I'll just skip to the end, because the rest's padding, right? So what happens is she has to track down Osama Bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, so she teams up with Ross Kemp. Because he's an expert on gangs. And he used to be in the SAS. You know, on telly. Ross and Polly entered Bin Laden's cave. Osama Bin Laden was sitting in a huge armchair, a bit like the one Jimmy Savile used to sit in. There was no mistaking the figure in Arab robes and big nappy pants. It could only be Bin Laden himself, or MC Hammer. "Ah, we meet at last," said Bin Laden. "The brilliant Polly Metcalf." He said, "You have a choice. Either you die or you will take my poison and all turn into dogs. So you'll spend your lives on all fours, nuzzling people's crotches and barking." "You'll never make me bark," said Polly.